my target XSD should look something like this. Okay, but before going to the target XSD, so we are already getting the payload in the response. Let's copy this. Yeah. Okay. So this is the XML which I am receiving. Okay. This is the XML which I am receiving after the warehouse code fetching actually. So this is the source XML which I am getting. So based on this source XML, I need to create the XSD so that I can map to the target structure. So this is my target structure. So in the target structure, I am having target message as a root, and then orders, and then these are the various fields: order ID, customer name, address, and bill to. Okay, so this is what we are expecting at the final structure to be sent to the partner. So for this, what I would be needing, I would be needing the source XSD. So for the source XSD, we have to do, we will convert the XML to XSD. So I'm already having the XML with me. So this is the XML which we have got. Just copy this. Okay. So into XSD, we have got it, but I should be using another website. This liquid XML. Okay, open this one. Paste this, generate schema. When you are going to generate the schema, you will find there are multiple schemas are generated. So this is why it is generating multiple schema, because this is the first structure, the second structure, and based on that, it has added actually. So we are interested in the final structure. Okay, this is where it has added both the schema. So I'm just going to copy this and I will go to my notepad and let me paste it over here. I will just save as and six. It XSD. So the schema is also saved. So now I need to use this schema for the message mapping. So before adding the message mapping, we will add the schema. Okay, so XSD. Source schema. Same way. I'm having the target schema also with me. This is the target schema. Also save this as well in XSD. What it does. Why have I given the target? I have given wrong name actually. That should be source.
Yes.
Let me change that first. Changing this to source and I have to again re-import. I will delete this. XSD. And this is my source schema. And I will come back to my notepad. Now I will save this schema as my target XSD. It's target. I will import this as well. Again from the schema, XSD, and then I will be importing this as well. So now I'm having the source and target schemas with me. So now what I need to do, I need to add MSS mapping over here. So mapping I have already created, but I want to highlight there's a problem here. When you are generating a schema, sometimes your schema will not be 100% accurate. Okay, so I'll just show you column statement over here. So we will come to this message mapping. I will click on create. We'll keep the name as VD46 issue mapping. Okay, just you can understand that this mapping not to be used. Okay, so there is an issue in this mapping, whatever we are going to create. So the source structure. So now there were two structures. So we have to add first the orders one, and then I have to again click on this edit, and I will add one more structure here. On the plus icon, I will click here, and then again I will click on source schema. And yeah, because we are getting a multi-map kind of a structure actually. There are two structures. Okay, why we have got two structures here? Because we have not
Content
used the
enricher.
in content enricher, we have not used the enrich mode. We have used the
Yeah.
combine. Okay, that is the reason. So we will stick to this so that we can understand the problem statement. So now, if there are two structures that which you are expecting, so for that you need to add it using this plus icon. And on the target side, we are having the target schema. So the root tag is the message map. Let's click OK. So here message target message, and then orders, and then rest of the fields. So now just pay attention here. There are some issues here. So now okay. So this is my source structure. Okay. This is my source structure. And okay, so this is how our XSD is created. Now at the what are we receiving as the this is what we are also receiving. Let me well formatting using formatted tool. STM sub. Okay, and this is how I am receiving. Okay, so based on this structure, we have created the XSD. So now if we see here, there are some issues. Now, use this green arrows. Okay, so we are having message one here. Okay, see, and that's a bit more. And then I am also having orders here, and then order. Okay, and then followed by rest all the fields are available here. Same way, but it's two. Sorry, this is two here, and then I'm having order. I'm having code and order ID. Okay, but now if I go up, when it is starting from orders and orders, there is some issue with this section. I do not have the envelope. I do not have the envelopes with me. Okay, so this particular section, this envelope, header and body is missing in our structure in our XSD. So when you are going to do a mapping, you might miss some of the fields. Basically, not might, you will definitely miss. Okay, so what you have to do, you to understand it more, whether the behavior is same or not, what you have to do, I have already imported the mapping. You have to same way you have to do the mapping, accepting these fields. So we are already having these structures available over here. So you can do one-to-one mapping, okay, at your end, and you can try it out actually. Okay, so for the time being, just for the saving purpose, I am target, and again I will convert this to here. And, sit down here. So we need to connect. You can just map it any of the field. Okay, just to save it actually. Okay, so I'm just saving it, and I do not want this mapping. I have already created a new mapping by adding these three structures over here. So you need to change this XSD. Okay, so it's easy. Means once you have the XSD structure, you will able to do that manually. Okay, so that is what I have also done. So otherwise it will miss. So sometimes you have to understand why the mapping is failing. The mapping is failing if I'm expecting the right hand side as the source payload and on the left hand side is the structure. So this structure is not aligning with the source payload. So definitely if some tags are missing, this particular part will be missed. Okay, whatever you're going to map with these fields, the green ones, these will be missed because these tags are not as part of our XSD. Okay, so this you can highlight if somebody is asking any scenario where means you want to highlight something is failing, you can mention like that. Okay, you can just make your discussion around this problem statement. So now what I have to do, I have to come to these references and I will be adding message map. So mapping. This is the mapping which we have to use. So once we import this mapping, so we should be able to see the schemas, schema 3 and target XSD. So if I open the schema 3, this is my source schema. I have intentionally placed some spaces over here so that you can identify how to make the changes. So these are the tags I have added so that envelope, header, and body can be added to my payload. And same way, these are the closing tags. So you can take it as a reference.